It's crazy to say, but in some ways I saw some improvement on some of the things we worked on during the week. I thought offensively, in terms of spacing and some of our execution, we were better. We didn't necessarily make shots. Obviously 2 of 20, 8 of 19 from the free throw line. But we got quality looks that on most nights I think are going to turn into us being better offensively. Defensively, there was some stretches that are just unacceptable in terms of the competitiveness and knowing the scout and knowing some certain parts of it. Obviously, the Max Weisbrod, I mean, we went into the game saying you can't let him take any threes, and he takes 13 of them. And that's on us. And that needs to be fixed if we want to get to the end of the game. The final score wasn't, I mean, the last 10, 12 minutes of the game, we threw some stuff out there, some trapping, some switching everything, things that we weren't really prepared for. But at that point, figured just try some things. And the score ballooned even more than it probably really was. He's just a winner. I mean, and he got going. And some of the things he did were mistakes by us that got him going. And then once he's going, I mean, it's a lot of good players like that. I mean, once a guy like Marcus gets going, there's not much you can do. And we gave him some things to get him going. And once a guy like that is feeling good, he makes everybody better. And obviously he got hot himself. I mean, I thought in terms of moving the ball and in decision making, he took some good strides forward against Northern. Obviously had a couple turnovers. I think he'd want back. But as a whole, he moved the ball. The offense ran well. He picked his spots to get to the basket on rips, more off of swings than just trying to create everything off the dribble. He keeps improving, and hopefully us and him keep improving here the last month of the season. That's the $1 million question, and we need to find that mix as a coach. And obviously, it wasn't an acceptable result. And it can't be something where we just come in and be positive and say everything's going to be okay. But at the same time, we got to do our due diligence and show them the things where they are improving and where there is growth, and where if we remove a few of these things and keep getting better at these things, that we're in a great position to be successful the second time through the league, and learn from our mistakes the first time and keep getting better. And it can't be some of the stuff isn't acceptable, but it also needs to show the both. And that's the challenges of coaching, is finding that mix where we stay positive enough that they keep fighting and we keep improving, but also make it so that some of these mistakes that keep happening aren't acceptable and have to change, or we have to make changes. There's a few things we're doing offensively to simplify things for him. Obviously, the Northern with the switching, we had a pretty good package in for him, and he's been pretty consistent defensively. The offensive part he'll keep growing, and he's getting better every day. And the strength and conditioning part, and he plays hard. We got to get him through longer stretches. I think most of his fouls end up are tired fouls, things that happen when he gets a little bit gassed, and that taking the blow of, playing post defense is hard. And, it's the difference of staying straight up and walling up and bringing your hands down. And a lot of times those hands come down easier when you're a little bit winded. And he picks up some cheap ones, and it'll be nice if we can keep getting him more minutes. Dawson's probably already a better defender than I was at the end. And yeah, his post moves, yes. Trying to get him to pick his opportunities on when to go, when not to go. Some tricks on how to pass out of double teams and things like that. And he's got a lot of upside, and I feel like he's starting to enjoy the work that goes into being good around the basket and finishing. And if he improves that, he's got good touch. So it's the reps, and it's the wanting to get down to the gym on your own and master your craft. And practice your moves and become automatic with your touch on his hooks, left, right, all the above. Me personally, it's also kind of a rivalry game, and just get that bad taste out of your mouth and show that we're better. I mean, we're watching, and we didn't put our best foot forward that day. Lake State was really good. They came out, they made some really tough shots, and honestly, I hope our guys are excited just to have another shot at them. And obviously Ferris, felt like we played really well and kind of faltered in that last 5 minutes of the game. And I don't know, that one really is going to be a no pressure game. I keep saying that. I don't know the actual stats, but it's been a long, long time since we've won a game against Ferris in Big Rapids. I mean, we got one in the tournament in a neutral game, but just excited for that challenge to go down there and compete and put our best foot forward. The message is we got to take some of the good and the improvement out of offense, and then honestly the message that I hope stuck with them the most is, I mean, Northern's pretty much in the driver's seat now to host the conference tournament and all that stuff, and let's just do whatever we got to do to get back to the playing the Berry again in the conference tournament, whether that be the quarterfinal or the semis or whatever. Let's just get back there one more time. The building's closing, and let's not have this be the end. I haven't looked a lot at Ferris yet. We kind of know what to expect there. The Lake State, obviously we'll throw a few more wrinkles in. We're working on a couple things offensively. That was really a game where we saw some of our weaknesses and changed some things offensively from that game. So we're just excited to kind of put that film up against this film on how we're executing offensively and see, see the improvement, and hopefully our guys can grow from that and just be more consistent defensively. For the start, Dodge needs to continue to finish and be good in there, and we keep working at putting in some looks to get the ball inside, but he also needs to make good passes out. He struggled against Lake State Dublin against last time, and excited to see him make some better passes out of there. I mean, Northern Michigan, obviously they're switching, so he had some smaller guys on him for a lot of those finishes. But against Lake State, if anybody on earth wants to play inside-out basketball, it's me. And the better Dodge keeps getting at making decisions and being able to play through them a little bit, we'll continue to go to that.